We're doing this, guys. We are doing this. This is a very impromptu stream. Just popping in and doing it. Doing it live. Live today. We're playing some Resident Evil. I'm going to bring up the chat on here. Testing some shit out on the YouTubes. Just going to show the YouTube chat only. I had some weird issue where the game crashed on me earlier after I set up the settings, but it seems like it's working now. So hopefully we won't have too much trouble. But, oh shoot, I just need to make sure. Oh, Twitch just crashed for no reason. Oh, it didn't crash, it just, okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure I have it to where I can see the Twitch chat. Also, I'm streaming on there. Okay. Let's see if it'll work. Yeah, it shifted the perspective whenever I did that. Gosh dang it. Can I just... Let's get rid of that. Can I get rid of that? I don't need this huge collaboration thing. It's stupid. There we go. It still shifts it for some reason. Why does it do that? It's so weird that it does that. It's still doing it. Okay. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. I'll try to keep up with the Twitch chat as best as I can. But we're doing YouTube here. We're just getting right into it. What's going on? What happened? Hold up. What is up, Tylord? Shit. I don't know if you can even hear me, honestly. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's try this again. Game kind of froze on me for a second. Yeah, I think it crashed on me. 1 second. Sorry, Tyler, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Gosh dang it. All right. Let's try this again. Yeah, you will see the new variations of zombies. Yeah. Yep. I'm looking forward to it for sure. But apparently this version of the game, which the PC version came out, I think, in 2014, apparently has a few little things wrong with it. Because I haven't been able to successfully get into the game yet. But third time's the charm, they say. I had one attempt prior to stream, and it crashed on me. I was like, well, maybe that's nothing. And then you just experience a second, and then now we're on the attempt number 3 here. I assume you can hear me now. Attempt number 3 here. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, it came out around the same time as those versions, and then like the PS4 version, of course, as well.
Resident Evil.
All right, that's good. It's got this. Okay, so now I can adjust those settings. Okay, everything looks good. I've already set up the graphics settings and all that good stuff. How do you like your games? Like climbing a mountain, fulfilling, but it takes a lot of work. Like going to hike, good exercise, but not too strenuous. Like taking a walk, you relax and enjoy yourself. Let's just do the middle option. It sounds good. I like being middle of the road. There's Chris and Jill. We'll go ahead and do Chris. Why not? He looks so young and dapper there. Yeah. I wasn't sure if you knew about the, let me move the mouse cursor out of the way. I wasn't sure if you knew about that Jaws re-release because, you know, I saw you were just doing the videos, I guess, of the emulator runs. So I wasn't sure if you knew about those. Yeah, how dare I?
Murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about...
They redid this, of course, to ensure that the, you know, the original cutscene is higher quality, I guess, than it was originally. I can still play the original, too, because I've got that on GOG. Oh, yeah, it's got more inventory, no more inventory slots in OG. Yeah, I figured as such. I figure they're probably pretty accurate on that stuff. But from what I understand, he has the lighter, which I know the lighter is supposed to be useful in this version of the game, too.
And it turned into a nightmare.
Yo, where's Cyrus? Cyrus, how dare I? That's what I said. I told you, man, I'm going to play this one because I never played it. You need to play Resident Evil 2 Remake because you said you never played that. I know you said you played this already, but you've already played it. You need to do 2, seriously. 2 is the best, man. No more full motion video cutscenes here. Rip. Hey, Wesker looks so young there. Jill ran out of bullets. Hey, those dogs, they just want to get a home. Just send them to the pound. I'm sure a loving family will adopt them. It's crazy, like, Jill looks like she's running slow, but she's running faster than Chris, even though it looks like he's actually, like, giving a serious effort.
Chris, this way.
Yeah.
Damn it! Make for that mansion!
Looks like they were still pretty far away from the mansion there. It looked like the dogs were going to catch up on him, but I guess
There are only
good old
3
Deus
staff
Ex
members left
Machina
now.
comes to save the day.
Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself.
No
We
Barry
don't know
here.
where Barry is.
No Barry for Chris.
Is everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
I'll go and check it out.
All right. Jill and I will stay and secure this area.
Chris? Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how they did the graphics for this, because you could tell that they still do kind of the pre-rendered scenes. Well, obviously the polygon models are way updated compared to usual. Let's not take that right now, because we got the typewriter right here. He doesn't get the gun right off the bat. He just starts with the handgun, or the pistol, rather. Pistol. He doesn't start with a gun, he starts with a pistol. No, a knife, I meant to say. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh, okay, I see. You keep going that direction, but you have to shift it. So that's how they changed the camera perspective. Take the emblem, not yet. Okay, let's make sure I've got the... okay, so the right bumper does the mansion. How do I attack? Left trigger goes into an attack stance, and then right will do the swing. Okay. That makes sense. Play 3D controls. Yeah, I'm playing the alternate controls, I guess, that were listed there. I figure I'd try them out because they're the new controls. Okay, we got the classic scene here. Now, I know when you're playing as Jill, you can run back to the other room and he'll shoot the zombie, but since there's no Jill, I forgot if Jill or Wesker interfere with this or not in the same fashion. We'll see if they do. Yeah, it looks like they... Because it triggers a cutscene when you do it as Jill for Barry to blast that thing. Okay. And they must have... I don't know if that's just because it's Chris's campaign. Maybe it is. That's why they had the typewriter there. Because it's not there as Jill, obviously. Or unless that's a change for this version of the game entirely. Oh, he's not even there now. That's interesting. So I guess that's one way to avoid that zombie. Okay, it's the film that... Did that count as part of an inventory or probably under the files? Let's check that to make sure. Kenneth's film. Yep. Okay, so that doesn't count against the inventory space. That's good to know. All right, nice. Let's see. Oh, there's a door there. I think that's even different because, like, in the original Resident Evil, they didn't have this door. Is there a zombie down the hall? Yes, there is. I don't think I can go in here right now, but we'll try. Better report back to Wesker. Okay. I found Kenneth dead. Somehow got into the... Well, I don't think he was part of this team. He was part of the team that they sent before. Because if I remember right, this is like the STARS B team. RE2 on N64 had those controls.
Wesker? Jill?
I don't remember that.
Where did they go?
I can see why they would have did different controls, though, just because of the different controller layout. What we got here? Okay, now Chris gets his handgun. Yeah, this is different, too. This was not in the original game. I don't really want to know that badly. Sounds like a bad idea to go through that door. Okay. So this is the layout of the mansion. That's the door we came in from. That's the entrance right there. Okay, cool. Typically you'd go over here, but I think you do things a little bit differently as Chris. You try to go upstairs here. This is definitely different. It's locked from the other side. Okay, so this is like kind of like a shortcut thing, I think, maybe. There's a box right there, it looks like. Shotgun shells. Well, let's not pick him up right now, because given Chris's limited inventory room, he does have a little bit of issues with that stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, I played like a little bit of Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0. I don't know why I never played this one. But like those are the most recent Resident Evil games I played at this perspective style. Which Resident Evil 0 came out after this, if I remember right. But it was in development, I think originally for the 64. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's the emblem there. I'll have to look back at that other emblem. Sword, armor, because there was an emblem in that room with the fireplace. Can I stab it? Nope. Alright, lock from their side. We got here. The dagger? Not yet. Yep. Yeah, for now I'm going to try to abstain from attacking unless I have no escape. Just because 15 shots is not a lot, honestly. Emblem of the sword is carved into the lock. Alright, okay, cool. This game still looks real. Yeah, I mean, it does look nice. Like, I mean, obviously you can tell that some of the visual details aren't the best, but... I mean, you have to consider this was originally a 2002 game that they remastered for the modern times, and you know, obviously it's still, you know, art style makes all the difference, honestly. So we could push this down. There we go. I don't know why he couldn't just reached and picked up. It's not like the gym was that high up there. Daggers get you out of a grab without taking damage. Okay, so it's not a bad idea to grab it. So that's something that they implemented that... I'm used to that mechanic, obviously, in some of the other games like Resident Evil 2 Remake and 4 Remake. That's interesting that this is the first one that did that. If your defensive item mode is set to manual in the control settings, you must press LB to use the defensive item. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if that's what it's set to or not. Set to auto. Probably it's not really super beneficial to have it on manual, so we'll do that. Oh, it doesn't take a slot either. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's one reason I wasn't grabbing it, because I wasn't sure if that was going to take a slot on my screen. Alright. So we did what we needed to do there for now. I'll go down and grab that emblem, because I'll need that, I think, to progress through one of those doorways. Yeah. So I got the classic door scenes, of course. So there's the gym. Let's see, blue gems. That probably will take a slot, so I'm going to skip on that for now. But we'll grab the emblem because I need that. Alright, let's look at that symbol. Now, I don't know if there's an item box by this. Doesn't look like there is, actually. So we'll just take one of the lower doors. I know I should still be able to take one of those over on the right side of the staircase. Not sure if it's this one. Okay, I could definitely go through this one. I'm going to pop right back in to see if I could open the other one or not. But I know that in the original game, that's where you would get the map from, and then there was like a zombie through that little smaller room. This one I think should be locked. Yep. Emblem of a helmet. I'm not sure exactly which emblem I have in my hand right now. Let's look at it. It just says emblem. Examine item. I guess I could zoom in here. Looks like a shield, maybe? Yeah, I knew there was a staircase you had to push. Do I grab it from that other room, maybe? Ah, crap, I don't mean to push that. Okay. That emblem is same as OG game. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's been so long since I played Chris's campaign, so I couldn't tell you anything about that at all. Yeah. Oh, no stabby stab here. Or dagger. Yeah, there was a zombie here in the original game. Oh, they changed it. Okay. All right. Dang it! Well, there goes both daggers. But hey, it works. I was hoping I would do enough damage to not use both of them, but it didn't work out that way. Dang it, what happened there? Wait, is there something there? It looks like I saw something shining there. No, I guess not. Well, at least I did it without taking damage. That's really the most important thing. I'd rather have the health than a dagger. Okay. So that's... Okay, they did change that. Because, yeah, originally you had to push a staircase there. So I have to figure out how I can... Why is he... Oh, it's because I'm pressing the A button. That's why. Okay, I could do this maybe. Yep. Oh, I think I... Well, this might work still. Yeah, there we go. So they just changed up the way that's done. It's locked. An emblem of a sword is carved into the lock. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try it. It's not necessary to use this now. Okay. So I think I might have to go back into that other hallway where we found Kenneth. If I remember right. I mean, I don't know. Like, they obviously changed a few things around. Just, obviously, just in this short time that I spent playing this game here. Got the zombie there. All right. Pull out the gun. Retreat a little bit. Okay. Then I'll stab him from behind in case he's one of those guys. Okay, good. Yeah, I think that comes into play later because I know that they become those red dudes or whatever, where they get super aggressive and whatnot. So that'll come into play later, I guess. Nope. Armor. Well, let's see if this emblem works. Nope, it doesn't. I'm guessing those emblems they're referring to is a key that has a sword or armor symbol. That's probably what that's referring to. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the door is locked. They really take their security seriously here at Spencer Mansion, don't they? I mean, I'd get locking like the front door and all that good stuff. That makes sense. You don't want strangers just popping into your house, but they're like, yeah, we'll just lock like 80% of the doors on the inside too. Some of them from the other end of the door, so you can't even unlock it from the way you naturally would enter it. So, guess we'll try upstairs again. I know there was that, which went to that graveyard, but it looked like there wasn't anything I could go there. Emblem of a sword. I guess we could try that. This goes back into the main hall, I think. That one's locked. Locked. Oh, shit! Alright. How much damage you did to me? It's a caution. I probably got a couple more hits at least. Yeah. Alright, let's try the other door. Locked from their side. That's just nothing, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll try this, graveyard looking place again. Yeah, I didn't remember there being this many blocks right off the bat. Even as Chris, I know obviously his is a little more restricted initially than Jill's, but I didn't remember it being like this. Let's see. Okay, so that's to go this way. There's nothing over here. Yep, okay. Indentation in the shape of an arrow. Okay. That was the shotgun shells. All right, let's I guess we'll do the walkthrough, look up. Okay. Because obviously I missed something. Okay, so Chris. Chris Mansion. Get the handgun. Head through the door. What door? Okay. So it's telling me to go back to where I found Kenneth, and there's a door I can go through there. I thought I checked all 3 doors, though. I'm pretty sure I did. Guess we'll see. Unless the zombie respawns, he'll be dead. Yep. There is this door. Oh, you know what? I never even checked the door. I just assumed that one would be locked. Oh, okay. I see now. There's a handgun magazine. We'll definitely take one of those. A couple of herbs also. We got here. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? Yeah, sorry. I seeing corpses come to life, so had to make sure on that one. We'll take 1 herb with us. Man, that is so creepy looking. Like, imagine what they could do with today's technology if they remade this way again. Now, bear in mind, if they were to remake the original, that was kind of weird. My monitor just shut off for some silly reason. It's got an actual remote, so I could turn it back on, but... Okay, there we go. That was just very unexpected. Like the mirror they got there, and you can see there's a zombie. That's really cool. Because you know there's a zombie around that corner. There's a guy here. See if he's any closer. He's not. I think he's dead for reals now. Yep. Alright, cool. Just try to get a couple of knife stabs where I can, just to help to preserve some ammo, fortunately. Okay. So you could see through this mirror that there is a object that's flashing. I'm not sure if it's on this side, or it might be on the other side there. I'm thinking it is. That looks pretty dangerous, though. This is probably the object in question. That's a key. Which key is it? No, it's an arrow. Okay. Now, I wonder if that's the arrow from the... do these stack? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there for now until I find an item box so I know I can put any key items that I don't need in there. Wait, I unlocked it. With what? Was it just a lock, like a turn lock? Okay. Oh, I bet it's going to go back out to one of the other things where it said it was locked from their side. Okay, good. All right, cool. So that just unlocks like a little shortcut for us. Guess that totally makes sense. Yeah, it seems like it might be a wise idea to grab that. We've already encountered a few herbs, so I'll just go ahead and use this one. That way I'll have one free slot after I grab this arrow, because that might be for that graveyard area. Other than that, we can go through here. There's inscription on the shield. Death is only the beginning. That sounds pretty soulsy. That looks pretty dangerous. I just have a bad feeling about that. That's definitely, I'm going to use a save ribbon before I go that way. Kind of situation, unless I have no choice. There we go. Now, I'm going to switch the controls real quick because I am curious how they'll differ with the original. Okay. Because obviously this will be the classic tank control right here. Turning is definitely more stiff in this mode. Like you get... Oh, there's probably a run button. That's probably part of it. Yeah, I do remember there being a run button in the original controls. So we'll try that again. Because otherwise you're just walking. You turn pretty slowly. It does feel more stiff even with that functionality. The only benefit is obviously you'll maintain direction that you're moving by just holding up. So actually I think I do like the newer style better. Because I think even like the PC version that they have on GOG of the original gives you the option to play more like the alternate. Because it does have some updated controls. So, and there's really not a lot of reason you don't want to run. Yeah, the X button doesn't seem to do anything on the alternate controls. So you're just adding an extra button. And it's also a matter of fact that you get to turn like more fluidly in this particular version. All right, so we're going to test my theory to see if that arrow does go into that gravestone. Hopefully it does. If not, our only option is to deal with that very foreboding message with the knight. Yeah. Another thing I noticed, this game only taps out at 1080p, at least for the standard PC version. There might be mods that let you maximize it further. That'll be something to explore later on. Okay, let's try using that. It won't fit in the indentation as is. Well, let's examine it. All right, cool. This was the old school way of doing things back in the day. Okay, what we got here? Looks like a little tomb we can go into. Getting a little bit of Tomb Raider in with our Resident Evil. A hole where the eyes should be. Okay, it looks like we're encountering a puzzle. All right, what we got here? So this will obviously set off a trap when we do this. I'm gonna backtrack and I'm gonna go ahead and do that save ribbon. Why not? That way I won't lose a lot of progress trying to figure it out if we need to. Unless I implemented some wacky autosave functionality that I'm not aware of. That makes it significantly easier in that regard. Yep, let's do it. No typewriter. Yes, let's do it. I know saving too much affects your score at the end. I'm not like a pro Resident Evil player, so I'm not too concerned about that kind of stuff. I don't worry about that too much. Big fan of the series, obviously, but you know, like, I'm not the type of player that will play the same game over and over. The closest to that would be Resident Evil 4, the original version of that. I definitely have played that plenty of times. But even that, like, I'm not, like, at the same level that a lot of people are going to be in that particular game. So the thing is, I feel like I'll have to do something here. I'm sure those particular statues will give me a hint on how to escape. Because we had this one here. That was eyes. Eyes, nose, and mouth. Nose, and mouth. Now, I feel like I'll have to do things in a sequence of some sort. Or maybe nothing will happen at all and this is just super creepy, even though it's called a Book of Curses for some reason. Let's look at the book. It's not necessary to use it. Oh, okay, a key, yes. All right, that'll work too. The four masks. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, the mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. Okay, so maybe I have to come back here later to slot these. Oh, that's interesting. When I grabbed the ink ribbon, I actually got more than one ink ribbon. Okay, I did not expect that. It means I'm full of my inventory, but it's good to know. All right, let's look at the key. It'll tell us what kind of symbol it has, I'm sure. Sword. So we'll now be able to open the doors that have a sword symbol. Yeah, as far as I can remember, they did change how Chris gets that first key versus how they did it in the original game. And that makes sense because they obviously have added new content from the original game as well. That's one thing that's really nice. You think about Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 4 Remake, especially in the case of 3 Remake, although 2 and 4 do have a little bit of an issue with that. They removed like a lot of content in those games. Now, 2 and 4 both added some content to make up for it, but 3, they basically just removed content. They didn't add anything really. So they actually made that game like a lot shorter because of that. There we go. Keys automatically used. That's good. This is going to take us to one of the most famous Resident Evil moments of all time. Just slowly walk like nothing's going on, and now we're not walking anymore because I heard glass cracking. Oh! Oh! That's different. They changed that. Yeah, they don't immediately jump out unless that's how it works for Chris's. I know in Jill's, they will immediately jump out as soon as given the chance. So that is a little different. Now I wonder if that will change if I kind of fart around here. There's a dagger for us too. Okay. I guess they knew that we were going to expect that. But they're going to come to us later. When we don't expect it. See, that's another thing. You got to remake things. You got to mix things up. How's it going, Luke's Awakening? I love this game. The GameCube remake is one of the best remakes ever, which, yeah, that's obviously what this originally was on, was the GameCube. This is the Steam version I'm playing it on. But yeah, it is definitely a classic, and I've never played it. I didn't have a GameCube originally during its original release. I did get one to play Resident Evil 4, though. Oh, that's the direction I just came from. So obviously, by then, I got a GameCube to get Resident Evil 4. And then obviously, of course, I wanted to play Metroid Prime also. Those are like the two big ones that I got a GameCube for. I didn't get a GameCube until like around October of 2004 or something like that. So I knew like by then, well, this game's coming out in a few months. I need to like be ready for it. Doesn't look like it's been serviced in a while. Yep, indeed, indeed. Sure. Probably not a good idea, but... Just gonna sit there, Chris? Dang it. I probably should be less frugal with the ammo, but... yeah, I'll have to shoot him. Crap! I have to come back. For some reason it didn't fire. 0 also is just as good. Okay, let's try it again. Hopefully it'll reset the positioning just a little bit. Wait. There he is. That'll work. Can't carry any more items. Okay. Probably what I should have did to begin with instead of doing that. Because I know, like, sometimes that is a strategy to deal with the zombies more effectively. Kind of leave the room and come back. This is different. Is that supposed to be the room that crushes down? I know with Jill, you have to, Barry saves her in that scene. I know you encounter Rebecca, but I don't think she does anything with that particular room. But there's the shotgun right there. I think for Chris, we need to get the fake shotgun or whatever it's called to deal with that. You might as well grab the ink ribbon since they're already taking a inventory slot. So you actually get multiple uses of that. That is something that they made a little bit easier in the original, because in the original, they were just individual ink ribbons. That's the way I came from. Leaving. Oh no! Son of a bitch! You see how fast he got up? That was bullshit, man. That was freaking bullshit how fast he got up. Oh, he did damage to me, even though I had a... Oh, because it was from behind. That's right. They did explain that already. Damn, what a prick. Okay, well, I can't even grab this because I'm full. Okay. Let's... I think if I equip my gun, I can manually reload. 2. I know you were able to previously. B. Okay, it's B. Or circle, I guess. The original PlayStation. I was thinking it was square for some reason. Here we go. We got a typewriter room. We got an item box. That's what we're looking for. Got a few items here. Grab that. I'll just use a regular herb for now on that. What's this here? The fuel canteen? We'll grab that, but we're going to put it in the box. In case I need it somewhere else. Okay, that only moves us up one level. That sucks. Remember the hunter that would come out here? Or liquor or whatever it was? I think it was I don't know which one it was. It was the one that would jump out at you. It was the one that was in this game, but not the one that was in Resident Evil 2. Armor, okay. Now that's really cool, that little particle effect they've got going on here. That is pretty neat. A lot of attention to detail. All right, got a bunch of herbs there. I'm guessing that they added some additional herbs for the lower difficulty settings just to make things a little bit easier. I guess I can take another green one too, might as well. There we go. Yeah, I still got one dagger also. It's locked. Helmet. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so I guess we'll just go this way, I suppose. Oh yeah, can't go that way, and this one was locked. Oh, no, it wasn't. Why would I? I must not have clicked the button on this one. Let's see, will you take the wooden mount? Not yet. Yeah. A lot of the atmospheric music like this here, this piece, playing in the background. Woo! This really set the mood. That was that way. Okay. That's also a very interesting thing right there where you're walking through there and you're stepping on the broken ceramic there because you can see that platter there is, shattered. It's a really cool little detail. Okay, so we have unlocked the way back to the main hall of the mansion. That's good. Let's pop back through. Not sure if this is the door I came in from here originally or if it was down the hall a little bit further. I think... Okay, it was. Was there another doorway down that other end of the hall? Okay, there was. I thought there was. Alright, we got something here. What's at the lamp? Chessboard card from Ivory. The game appears to have ended in checkmate. Dog whistle. Is that a clip? I can grab the clip. Alright, cool. Or magazine. My apologies for getting that wrong. I'm pretty sure it might have been called a clip originally, and maybe somebody was like, no, it's a magazine. Because, the technicalities of ammunition and all that stuff. Got to use the correct terminology. Okay, so this talks about the herbs. Green for strength, blue for toxins, red has no effect. But mixing red and green has a magnified effect, which of course means that it enhances the healing properties. Now, what's interesting is there's no yellow herbs, but there's blue herbs. And then I guess Capcom's like, fuck the blue herbs. Nobody wants to deal with poison. We'll just make the yellow herbs increase your health or whatever instead. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, that's so weird. You can only come through that one way. Huh. I guess we'll grab the dog whistle, I suppose. Okay, hold on. Let me read this from again. Spencer told me to hide something where no one can find it. I had his idea. Dangerous animal. Okay, yep. But it's always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace. You ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. It's where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. That was at the second floor of the dining hall. So I guess we're going to be revisiting that place. Wait, were any of these other doors unlockable? I think they might have been both armor key. Or wait, was it in here? Oh, shit. Okay. Let's deal with him, I guess. Perfect. That's one less zombie to deal with. Okay, we got this here. Not sure how wise it is to use the dog whistle. Guess we have to have it on screen. It's not there to use this now. What? Is it a different spot? I could have swore that's what it was talking about. Oh, grenades. Yeah, I guess you can get those too. Let's look at the crumpled memo. I think that's the one it was. Oh, this must not be... Okay, I can see there's a fence there. Some kind of metal fence. So this has got to be outside. I think. We'll check it out. We could try this. Nope. Did I even read this right? Second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace. And if we look at the map, I'm not sure. Okay, so west is referring to going that way. So we do need to, I guess, go back here. And we're going to have that one door open. This one right here. Well, here we go, I guess. Oh, okay, so the trap will lay bare once it's locked. An emblem of a helmet. Of course. Let's look at this knight here. Yeah, because you get trapped unless you could properly stop this thing. Where's this balcony it's referring to? I'm not sure if this terrace thing's referring to something else entirely. The birds! Okay, that didn't work out. What the heck? Oh no, I'm gonna get killed by birds, ain't I? How bad is he hurt? Oh, he's only in caution, okay. Can't even see because of the stupid camera angle changes! This is where the alternate kind of screws you. Because as soon as you change direction... Okay, that one was not even on screen. Is he dead? He is at danger. You think he might be dead here? Yeah, wow, that was... Wow, just imagine the way I died is the stupid birds. Got an achievement for it. That's where Dark Souls was inspired right there. Although I guess technically, well... I don't know. That's funny. I think we're going to call that a stream, though, honestly. That was a lot of fun. And I definitely need to explore more of this game. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on stream or not, honestly. But we'll see. I guess if you're watching it right now, you can sound off real quick, be like, "Hey, stream more of this," because I see there's 6 people watching according to this, and nobody's commented in a while. So now would be the time to sound off if you want to see more of this. And obviously, I have to backtrack a little bit. Not a whole lot. I don't think I really accomplished much since I saved. What I got? Well, actually, I guess I did accomplish a bit, didn't I? Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Obviously, just don't shoot the freaking birds. Not yet, at least. And or if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments if you want to see more Resident Evil Remake gameplay, or if I should just solo it. I don't know. What should I do? Well, till then, I guess that's gonna be the last line. As soon as I can go back there. Yep, there we go.